Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to my channel for day 2 of Vlogmas, or my alternative Vlogmas. If you didn't catch yesterday's video, I'll link it below. Ivy is currently playing with some of my kitchen bowls, so she may pop up and we'll see how this goes. But in case you hadn't guessed, today my alternative Vlogmas is going to entail a bit of baking, or we're going to make some Christmassy gingerbread granola. I plan to make as a little gift for some of my family members rather than buying them lots of things. I always think every year it's so difficult. I'm going to do a separate video on like sustainable Christmas gift ideas. I find that whenever you go around to someone's house, the temptation is to buy like some kind of like hand cream or a product or something that you just pick up in the shop. And instead of that, for people whose houses I might pop round to, I am going to be making granola and other little bakes and treats. So today we're going to make gingerbread granola, and I've got all the ingredients here. This is not a recipe I've tried and tested. I am literally going to make and bake as we go. So I need to put the oven on first. The other thing I was going to talk about a little bit as well is my little friend here. Yes, this is about alternative Vlogmas, and there is a Buddy the Elf in my house, or Bella the Elf actually is her name. This little elf, I believe, creates so much pressure and perhaps a little bit of competitiveness amongst parents, because there is Pinterest boards, Vlogmas Central, all about our little friend the elf, who can be the most creative and do the most thoughtful thing to please their children. And I love the elf for, I'm going to tell you why I love her. I love her because I think it encourages parents to be creative. It's a lot of fun. It's something that can come out year on year. I'm sure it's not made of sustainable sustainable materials, but I'm sure most families would have, if they have an elf, they're going to keep that elf for as long as their kids have Christmas and believe in all of the kind of Christmas activities. And I think even for grown-ups, Bella could be fun. The reasons why I think she's not so helpful is because it puts a lot of pressure on parents, where you're seeing maybe other parents who are like coming up with all these amazing ideas or gifting loads of expensive items to their kids every single day up to Christmas. And Bella, our elf, doesn't gift gifts. She generally leaves a note or hides somewhere. Sometimes she leaves a chocolate or a banana. It just depends on what mood she's in. We try and mix it up so it's not all like treats and it's not all healthy stuff. That is my little chat about Bella the Elf. But let me know what you think about Buddy the Elf or Bella the Elf. I would love to know what other parents think, whether it creates pressure or whether it's something you find fun and enjoyable to do as a family, because I am all up for fun and activities that you can do. Bring that little bit of cheer. Love her or hate her. I'd love to know what you think. So she's going to help me do the granola today. And the base of all granolas that I tend to make is oats. You can make granola without oats if you are on a low carb diet or following keto way of eating. You just use nuts, coconut flakes and all of that stuff. But we all love oats. So I'm going to add a cup. I always measure everything in cups. Whoops, spilling there. A cup of oats in there. I'm going to put all my dry ingredients in here and then do the wet because it just keeps it easier. Oh my goodness, little lady, what are you doing? All around. Cinnamon. You could use candied ginger. This is just a cheap ginger powder, so I'm going to put quite a bit of ginger in because it's gingerbread, isn't it? So that's going to be nice. Also have this turmeric super blend, which I got. It's actually for a drink, but it says you can bake with it. So you can make a turmeric latte. So this is a nice relaxing drink to have over Christmas as an alternative to coffee, because we all know I love my coffee. And it's also got coconut, cinnamon and black pepper in. So I'm going to add a little bit of that. Some raisins. Half a cup of raisins to this. I actually had a great tip. I think I'm going to add the raisins at the end actually, because sometimes when you put granola in the oven and you add your dried fruit, which I've done for years, it goes a bit like burnt almost. Not burnt, but crunchy. So I'm going to follow Nicola's tip and I'm going to leave the raisins until afterwards. Some coconut flakes. So I think I'll probably just add what's left in this bag, which I'm guessing is about maybe half a cup. So coconut flakes are going to go in. Yeah, that's about half a cup. The other thing I love to add to my granola is buckwheat groats. So those are gluten-free. Despite the name wheat, they are not wheat. I think they're actually seeds, but they give granola a really nice crunch and give it some good clusters as well. I have some sunflower seeds, so I'm going to add 2 dessert spoons of those. Love loads of seeds in my granola. Pecans and walnuts, which is all lovely and Christmassy. If you don't have them, just wing it. Add whatever you've got. So I'm not going to go out and buy pecans, especially for this sort of recipe, or I tend to use what I have. I've got some chia seeds here, which are a great source of protein and fibre, and they really, I always add them to granola as well. So just 1 dessert spoon of those. That's all I'm going to add for the dry ingredients. For the wet ingredients, I don't have any coconut oil at the moment, which I would normally use. So I have homemade cashew butter, which is actually a bit thick, but it tastes delicious. It's literally just cashews roasted in the oven and blitzed up in my food processor with some cinnamon. I think I put some coconut flakes in there as well. So that's it. It's quite a thick consistency. So I'm going to put that in a pan with my I've got brown rice syrup, which I've never used before, but I think I just picked it up somewhere. What do you say, Ivy Rose? So I'm going to add those 2 to a pan as my wet ingredients with half a mashed banana. I always add mashed banana because it gives those amazing clusters. You like baking, Ivy? Do you like baking? Do you like baking? In this pan I have added that big blob of cashew butter, about 2 dessert spoons of the brown rice syrup, and about a dessert spoon of rapeseed oil because I don't have any coconut oil. Want a piece? Banana. So this is what my wet ingredients are looking like. So I'm going to go and add these to the oats. So we're just going to mix all of that together to create a nice granola kind of concoction, which should be quite sticky. This lady's going to help. Let's mix it up. Shall we mix it up? Mixy mix. Oh, you can smell the ginger in there. Yummy yum. And it's looking delicious and smells so gingery. And I'm just going to pop that in the oven for probably about 20 minutes because my oven is super hot. So if you've got a slow oven, sometimes I find if you turn it down a little bit, then it kind of bakes it slowly, and sometimes it's just a better texture if it's on a lower heat. My granola is very much bung everything together and see what happens. So it's going in the oven now. We have our finished granola, which smells amazing. It smells of ginger and turmeric and spices and yumminess. So yeah, I'm excited for this. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's a little bit hot to try it just now, but how I would have this would be either I'd make a really thick smoothie, I'd put it on top of a smoothie bowl, I'd have it with some oat milk, pea milk, or on top of yogurt. There are so many ways. I actually just like eating granola out of a jar because it's a great snack. Slow release carbohydrate, loads of oats, great tasty carbs in there, and also loads of protein with the nuts, coconut and buckwheat groats. So it's all good. Hope that was a helpful video. My ramblings for Vlogmas are clearly going to go down all sorts of different types of routes. My little chat on Buddy the Elf, which I have to say as well, I resisted getting that elf for so long because I didn't want the pressure of having to perform daily and remember to do things with him. But it was when my son started asking last year, he was very insistent that he would like an elf because everyone had one. So we did cave into peer pressure there. I would love to know your thoughts on the elf on the shelf. How does it make you feel as a parent? Good? Or... So that is it for day 2 of my alternative vlogmas. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, I would love for you to subscribe and watch more of my ramblings. Hope you have a wonderful week and I'll see you all soon.